Because you asked for it, here's my next installment from the Ride Building and Repair series. I'm going to be demonstrating here how to put trim bands on your guide wraps. There would be the little, in this case, silver thread in front of the actual guide wrap. It's really straightforward. You need the same tools. It's just one extra step as opposed to wrapping a regular guide. So just watch along and I'm going to talk you guys through it. So first thing we're going to do is take our guide here. Same step as wrapping a guide. Make sure your rod is straight with the reel seat, lining up with the guide. Take our guide. Tape it on the blank. All right, that's all done. So a little different from wrapping a regular guide. The first step we're going to do here, instead of going with the black thread, is we're going to go with the silver thread. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to find where we want that band to start. Okay, so I want this wrap to be 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so I have an idea of where it's going to be. Keep that ruler in handy. Take a little piece of tape like that. Now we're going to take our silver thread first. Tape to the back side. Okay, now we're going to spin it down the blank. I think we're coming up on that 1 1/4 inch mark. Okay, and that's 1 1/4 inch right there from the bend of the foot. Okay, so we're going to spin the same way we put like black thread on for regular guide wrap. Go over it, and we're going to do a three band here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 3 wraps over the point where we go over the original thread. We'll take off our tape, unwrap this, keep it nice and tight with the other hand, just so nothing comes undone. Okay, and we have this little excess right here. What I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, so we have our band in place. Now we're just going to wrap this way, go back on top of itself so it locks it in 1, 2 times. So now that's locked in, that trim band. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take another piece of tape, a little bigger, just like that, and we're going to tape over that silver thread. The tape, come on the bottom, snip, spin, and that's in place. All right, so our trim band's in place. Next step is pretty straightforward. Take another piece of tape. Going to take our black thread now. Again, tape to the back side of the guide. We're going to spin. Now this is where we lock in that silver thread. Go over the silver. Right about there we want to cross. We're going to go, keep going, keep going. Make sure it goes over that silver band, back over the black band. 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so that's locked in. We're going to undo our black thread. Undo our silver thread. Now, here's what I like to do to make sure that the silver thread doesn't peek through on the actual guide wrap. What I'll do is, if you see right here, let me see if I can get it up for you guys. This silver still peeks through on the black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silver thread, pull it a little bit, push it together, pull it until it disappears. We're almost there. And there we go. So now it's just pure silver, nothing peeking through. Nice and clean wrap. Make sure everything's nice and tight. One more wrap, we'll go around, make sure everything's nice and looks good. All right, so now everything's perfect. Now at this point, we're going to trim away our silver, or spin, and we're going to trim away our black thread. And at this point, it's really straightforward. You just want to keep wrapping like a regular guide. Again, go slow up the foot. Make sure transitions nice and smoothly. At this point, we can unwrap our guide with the tape. Proceed. Oh, little mistake. Back off. If you do make a mistake and you want to back off, just make sure you unspool back onto your thread spool. And at this point, we're going to want to put in our ending thread, which will be this one right here. Double it in half, put it on the back side. And we're going to wrap about 1/8 of an inch. All right, that's about good. Pinch it down, snip. Black thread goes through this loop. Tighten it up. Take a little razor blade, as close as we can get. And that's it. There you go, guys. Make sure everything is nice and tight. And there you have it. That's how you put a trim band on a guide.